From the 215 to 302, we kick some facts and talk the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.
That's the hit on there. Speaking of kids, last story.
Oh man.
He said his son lent an iPad from his teacher, right?
Right. He left his laptop at home.
Son gave him the iPad, whatever. Opened it and found a group of gay men having sex on the tablet.
How old was he? 8 years old.
Now, I firmly believe that you shouldn't have no personal items in the classrooms anyway of yours.
Facts.
And it may not have been this man's intention for the young man to see that. However, now that young man is privy to something that he has no business seeing or knowing about.
Right.
Possibly infecting and inflicting emotional and trauma that can affect him going forward in life. All because you lent him stuff that you didn't fully. And like I said, it's his own personal device.
Right.
We're not going judgment. We ain't going to judge nobody or demonize nobody for doing what they want to do in their life.
Right,
do
right,
whatever
right.
you want to do in your life.
Right.
But when you're in a classroom full of adolescents who are under 10,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be ultra careful about what the hell you do or say when you're around my child.
Then it's a full-time job, bro. It's not like I can do it for 7.5 hours out of the day. You got my kid for 8 hours. 8 hours, you got to be on P's and Q's. You got to be squeaky clean. Whatever you do before you get in there and when after you leave, that's cool. You can be tied up to whips and chains with balls and shit in your mouth. I don't care, bro. Them 8 hours when you got my kid, you have a responsibility. My kids always say, Daddy, you should be a teacher. You'd be a great teacher. I probably would, but the reason I can't, the reason why I wouldn't is because I'm not going to commit myself to that period of time where I got to be squeaky clean. I'm not a squeaky clean person, bro. You just heard what I just said. I just talked about Emmett Till and that nigga, bro. I don't want to accidentally slip out and say some shit like that to some kids that don't need to hear it. It's the same thing here, bro. You handing a personal device to an 8-year-old, it's a violation right then and there.
He
bro.
probably said, I'm helping out because you left your stuff. I'm gonna lend you mine, thinking you doing a good thing, but not realizing that shit like that could happen. Even if you didn't have it open, like if you didn't have it open on there,
Right.
He's a kid, 8 years old. He gonna start pushing shit.
Right. Right.
Now all of a sudden, some shit that he got not privy to, you could be a fucking murderer for all you know in your life. Or you could be addicted to child porn and all that shit, and he sees some wild shit like that. Unfortunately for you, teacher, it may not have been your intention to do that, but I gotta beat your ass.
And I take flight with the dad here in this video, that you know what I mean, because he looks like he's a solid brother. He looks like he's probably a hardworking brother. It looks like he just got off of work in a long shift, and you here in this damn fucking superintendent meeting begging and pleading on what they should be doing. No, brother, you should be smiling at this superintendent meeting talking about, I heard that teacher who gave this shit to my son, I heard he got tuned the fuck up. Now, what are y'all going to do to make sure the rest of your teachers don't get tuned the fuck up?
Like, excuse me, sir, why are you so aggressive? Like, you personally know about the situation of getting tuned up.
I'm pulling up to the meeting like, yo, I heard Bull guy. I heard he got his legs broken, everything. Yo, don't y'all want to protect y'all teachers?
Hey, yo, what's up with your knuckles? Why your knuckles like that? Don't worry about it, yo.
Like, come on, bro.
At the end of the day, be better, people.
Facts.
That's the main majority of these three stories. Be better. You can choose to be better. There's 100 million choices in your lifetime, yo. Please try your best to choose the right one, because I'm pretty sure if you do that consistently, your life is going to be great. And you won't have to end up seeing nobody like us at your doorstep doing this or waving the 4-4. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you know is P and May won't hit you no more. We out, bitch.
From the 215 to 302, we kicking some facts and talking the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.